Good day, everyone. My name is Hilda L. Brown. You are welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, know you are in the right place. So I do lifestyle, some cooking videos, and also vlogs of my life and my family. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to prepare Accra banana, or you can also call it banana fritters. Okay, this to us is a delicacy here in Europe, but in Africa normally this is just a local food. You can call it snacks, because usually people eat it only when they are coming back from work or they are going to the farm. They don't really eat it as a main dish, so it is a snack. You can also call it street food. So to prepare this dish, you have to use very ripe bananas. For me, today I use 6 bananas and I use 2 big cassavas, okay? And apart from these 2 ingredients, the only other thing that you need is oil. We use palm oil to fry it. So, but first of all, I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. First, you take your cassava, you cut them into smaller sizes to facilitate peeling the skin. Then you wash them very well. After that, you cut them again into more smaller sizes to help the blending process, because in Africa we use a grater to do this, but here abroad it is very challenging to use a grater. We don't even have the right ones. So if you have a food processor or a blender, you just use it and you blend it. You blend the cassava very well. Take your time to blend it so that it will be smooth, because if it is not, you will have little pieces of cassava in your mixture, which is not too good. So normally the blending process is difficult. So what you have to do is you first of all put a little bit of water into the blender. Thereafter you add your little pieces of cassava, then you just blend. When blending, make sure that you don't allow it to blend for a very long time, because it might spoil your blender. So I will advise that you use the pause button. Okay, when you turn it to the left, you use the pause button. It just depends on your blender. That's how mine function. I turn it to the left to use the pause button. It will just blend a little bit, then I stop it. Then now I send it to the right for the actual blending. After 10 seconds I stop again, I send to the left, just like that. Because if you put it on 1 or 2 depending on the speed, if it goes like that for a very long time, if the blender is not so strong, you can spoil your blender. So it is best to be wise in doing this. Instead of putting too much water, put just enough, but make sure you blend and stop, blend and stop, blend and stop, or turn it to the left, you blend a little bit, stop, turn it to the right, blend a little bit. Okay, so after blending, what you have to do now is you pour it in a sifter. Okay, you can call it a sieve also. You do this so that the excess water will come out. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this is the excess water that was extracted from the blended cassava, and in a separate bowl you see the blended cassava, but as you can see, there is still some water in it. So we are going to use a clean piece of cloth to extract the rest of the water. The blended cassava has to be dry so that when you mix it with the banana, it will have just the right texture. So this is a clean piece of cloth. I used a new one. Okay, so we are going to put in the cassava, the blended cassava into this piece of cloth, and we are going to squeeze as hard as possible. Normally in Cameroon, we put the blended cassava in a bag. We squeeze, but since we cannot really squeeze all the water, because usually we do it in large quantities, so we first of all squeeze a little bit, then we use very heavy wood and we place them on top of the back of cassava. We let it sleep overnight so that the next day in the morning the cassava will be dry. That is when we use it to make our Accra banana. So here I will just try as much as possible to squeeze out the water, because I want to use it instantly. So I continue squeezing for some time until I feel that the cassava is dry enough. Okay, guys, so this is how the squeezed cassava looks like. Okay, it is dry as you can see. Then now you use your hands to disintegrate the cassava. While doing this, you will see pieces of cassava, if at all there is any, and you remove it. After all the cassava has been disintegrated, what you have to do now is you prepare your bananas. So you have to use very ripe bananas so that you get the sweet taste of the banana in the Accra. So you can also decide on how many bananas you want to use, but just make sure you have enough to make the cassava soft. Okay, guys? So what you are going to do is you mash the banana with a fork, or you can use a potato masher to mash it. Okay, please guys, do not blend the banana. Okay, it is better to use a fork to mash it, or a potato masher, as I said before. This way you are going to have the right texture for the Accra banana. I mean, the same way you used to eat it when you were back in your home country. Okay, if you blend it, it will be too smooth and it will not be nice. Okay, after doing that, now you just have to mix your cassava together with your mashed bananas. Then you add a little bit of salt, and that is all. This is a very simple and easy food to cook. So now you just have to mix them together. Okay, mix all of them, make sure they blend together very well. Okay, now you have to add a little bit of gari. Gari is also made from cassava also, so you can use 1 cup of gari. I use 2 small cups depending on the size of your cup. Okay, after doing that, you just mix all together to make sure that everything is consistent. Okay, you don't want to have much gari on one side and something else on the other side. That is why I use my hand to mix it. I'm doing it for myself at home, so I don't bother. I use my hand to mix it. So this is how the final texture of the Accra looks like. You see, the gari is well blended with the cassava, and it is not so soft and it is not hard also. Please try as much as possible not to make it hard. It should not be strong. Even though when you fry the Accra, the outer part of it would look hard, but the inner part will be very soft. Do not worry. When it cools down, it is going to be soft. The outer part will not be hard anymore. Okay, guys, so now we have to start frying. We start that by heating up our pot, put some palm oil in it. I mean, we put enough because we are going to use a deep frying method to do this. Then we let it heat up for some time. When it is ready, we are going to start frying. But first of all, you can put just like the first mold of cassava into it to see if it is frying or not. Then you can continue adding the rest until when you think it is enough according to the size of the pot. You need to give it a little space to fry, okay? Not so tight. So as you see, the oil is hot enough for me to fry the rest of my Accra. So I am just going to continue, but since I want it to have a round shape, I will just use my hands and mold it into the rounded shape. I will do that by molding it in my palms. Then I will put it inside the hot oil until when I think that I don't have too much space anymore. Then I will just let it fry for some time until when the outer part of it is brown. Then I will know it is ready. Okay, so it's going to have this color. It's ready. So guys, this is how I prepare my Accra banana. This snack is a very delicious one, and normally we don't eat it just like this. We eat it with pepper sauce. Okay, I don't know if people have ever tried it with any other sauce, but it always goes best with pepper sauce. So while I was frying, I was also preparing my pepper sauce. just with a little bit of tomatoes, 1 tomato, and onion. But for the onion, it has to be a big onion, or you can use like 3 small onions. Okay, that's all you need. You blend them together, the onion, the tomatoes, and the pepper itself. So you must not blend until it is smooth. Okay, you just use pulse, to chop it. That's what you do. You just chop it. Well, you can prepare your own pepper in your own way, but I prefer to see little, particles of onion and tomatoes and pepper in mine. So guys, we are coming to the end of this video. I thank you guys for staying with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I am going to, inspire someone out there to know that even though you are living in Europe, doesn't mean you cannot eat your own local food. You can do it yourself. We adapt every day to feel better wherever we are in the world. So guys, it's been your favorite YouTuber, Hilda L. Brown. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video, and help your friends to eat their local dish anywhere they are. Let me know what you think about this Accra banana. I would like to know how you do yours in the comment section. Enjoy your meal, and bye bye.